Hey, it's Dwayne.
And Gerrick.
And this is episode 20 of Trading with G, teaching kids and adults about money. What we do is we teach biblical principles through money. We teach discipline and all sorts of good things. But, Gerrick, this episode today is a big one. You know why?
Because we're about to tell what the mission is.
We're about to reveal the mission in the valley. For 3 weeks now, we have had a contest going. And somebody came really close to the answer, but nobody got the answer. So we're going to give the answer today. And we're going to also have a little Easter egg in this video today. There will be an Easter egg in this video. But first things first, what do we need them to do?
Smash that like button.
And subscribe to our channel. And by the way, if you'll do us the extra effort, go the extra mile, don't just smash that like button and subscribe to our channel, but also share us out. Let people know we exist. There's these guys out there that are doing some really good things. So if you'll share our video out, let other people know about us, we would greatly appreciate that as well. Well, Gerrick, are you ready to get into it? Are you ready to reveal the mission in the valley? Now, I'm going to tell you this. The mission in the valley, we've learned, first of all, let's learn what we've learned in the valley. We've learned how to walk through the valley. How do we walk through the valley?
Courage, faith, confidence.
Courage, confidence, and faith. And we've learned how to transcend the valley, go beyond by doing what? Finding the beauty and the opportunity of being in the valley, right? And now we're learning what the mission is in the valley. So the mission in the valley has been really simple. The mission in the valley is that you are looking for something, you're searching for something, you don't know what it is, but you will know when you find it. Now here's what's interesting. Even after I give you the answer, you're still not going to know the answer if you're still searching. But what the answer is for the mission in the valley is to find your what?
Is to find yourself.
Close. The mission in the valley is to find your purpose for being in the valley. It's to find your purpose for being there. Now, you see, it could be something very small. It could be a small valley, but you have to find your purpose for being there. Are you in the valley because you put yourself there? Or are you in the valley from circumstances that are beyond your control? So you've got to realize the reason that you're in the valley. And somebody came really close. They said the meaning. It's really close, but it's really the purpose. What is your purpose for being in the valley? Why are you there? Did you put yourself there, or are you there because of things outside your control? Now, of course, Gerrick, we know that the ultimate valley that we go through is what? It's life, right? It's life. You see, son, it doesn't really matter what you do in life, okay? I'm going to be proud of you no matter what you do. It doesn't matter if you're a builder, a construction worker. It doesn't matter if you're a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse, a teacher, a janitor. It doesn't matter really what you do with your life. But you're going to come to a point where you have to find the mission in the valley. You have to find your purpose. What it really comes down to, your purpose is that you can use it for good or you can use it for evil. You can choose to get your happiness from yourself, or you can choose to get your happiness through others by doing things that make them happy, and your happiness comes from seeing them happy. That's what the real mission in the valley is. It's your purpose. It's your purpose for being there. So If you're still searching for it, even if after I gave you the answer, you're still not going to have the answer. But I promise you, you will know when you find it. When you make that decision and you find your purpose, guess what? Your life will completely change. It really is that powerful. A lot of people, when they get in a valley, they don't look for their purpose. They don't look for the reason for being in the valley. A lot of times they get angry that they're in the valley, or they react badly that they're in the valley, that somebody put them there. But if you find your purpose for being there, then you can find your way out of the valley. Now, the reason we're in the valley in the market right now, you know why that is? The reason we're in the valley right now in the market is because we have to go into the valley to get a gain. You can't know a gain without a loss. You can't know happiness without sadness. In order to know one, you have to know the other. So, oftentimes in order to make a gain, you've got to go down and find the thing that is going to make you a gain. And when you find it, you will know, because you'll be able to make your way out of the valley. So we're going to look at the market today, and we're going to take a look at our trades. If you're brand new and you're just joining us this episode, that's fine too. But before we get into it, I want to give the Easter egg. Okay, this is an Easter egg for everybody watching this video. The prize was for a 1-year subscription to my company Infurio, where I let people follow me in the market, my moves that I make in the market, and I teach you how to build your family's wealth. Infurio is a powerful, powerful company where we're doing some really incredible things. Now, there was one person who got it really close that said meaning. Congratulations, Tina. She did win a 3-month subscription to Infurio. But from this point forward, anybody who watches this video, whether it's tomorrow or whether it's 3 years from now, you're going to be able to get a free 3-month subscription to Infurio to trade along with me if you do one thing. We have our Facebook group. It is called Trading with G, right, Gerrick? Mm-hmm. Trading with G. And there is a link in the description of this video. In that group, you get to follow all the moves we make throughout the week. So if we have any buys or sells in between these episodes, you get them there. You're the first to know. But if you go to our Facebook group, and again, there's a link in the description of this video, and you make a post that says, "Light my fire," a post that says, "Light my fire," you will receive a free 3-month subscription to Infurio. Just make a post in our group. I'll message you there, and I'll get you set up, and you'll be able to enjoy the benefits of being a member of Infurio. And by the way, our motto in Infurio is light a fire, fan your flame. It means that first you must light a fire in your own life, but once that flame's lit, you're able to fan it to the people you care about. You're able to fan it to the rest of the world and the people around you, and change their life for the better. So, Easter egg is this: free 3-month subscription for everybody who watches this video, whether it's tomorrow or whether it's years from now. If you go make a post in our Facebook group, Trading with G, with the words, just simply "light my fire," you will get a free 3-month subscription to Infurio. I'll message you in the group. I'll get you all set up. So pretty awesome, isn't that, Gerrick? Mm-hmm. And by the way, a free 3-month subscription, it's $120 for a 3-month subscription. So you're literally able to get a prize worth $120 for everybody who finds the Easter egg in this video, I should say. Were you ready to get into it, G?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go trade.
But first things first, smash that like button.
We told him that already, but again, smash that like button again, right? And subscribe to our channel. Be sure you do that. All right, let's get into it. I want to let you know what we did with Gerrick is we set him up with $100 in his CashApp account. Yes, you can trade stocks using CashApp. It's that easy. If you're outside the US, you're not going to have CashApp, but there's other applications that you can download to your phone, and you're able to trade stocks with those applications. You'll just have to Google them and research. But if you're in the United States, you can use CashApp. So if you're brand new, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to see this green screen, right, Gerrick?
Mm-hmm.
And in the lower left-hand corner, you're going to see your dollar amount. Or if you don't have any dollars in Cash App, you're going to see like a bank or a house. But in your lower left-hand corner, Gerrick says $4. Okay. By the way, I have $10 to give you from last week, plus another 10 from this week. I have $20 to add to your Cash App after we do this episode. I forgot last week because I got a new debit card and I had to activate it. My debit card expired, my old one, so it wouldn't let me pay you last week. And so I'll get you paid this week. I got my card activated, and we'll make sure we get you paid. But we started Gerrick out with $100. Every week he gets $10 added to his account for doing his chores, and he's learning how to build wealth by trading his allowance. And it adds up, believe it or not, it adds up a lot quicker than what you realize. Even just $100 and adding 10 a week will add up a lot quicker than what you realize, especially if you're trading it along the way. So Gerrick shows $4. He's got a lot in the market. He's got a lot on buy orders. So obviously has a lot more money than that. But Gerrick, let's go ahead and let's hit this $4. So what you're going to do is you're going to come to this screen.
And then you're going to see savings, Bitcoin, and stocks. You want to push the one that says stocks.
You want to push the one that says stocks.
But if you're brand new and you push it, you're going to see this screen.
If you're brand new, you've never done it before, you're going to see this screen. Okay. So what you do is you're going to search for your first stock to buy.
Like Peloton? Like Peloton?
Okay, we'll just say Peloton. If you're buying Peloton, you can search for Peloton. You see Peloton, all you have to do is you hit the buy button, the dollar amount you want to buy, and after you purchase your first stock, okay, once it executes the order, if you're purchasing on the weekend, it'll purchase it first thing Monday morning. But once it purchases the stock, your page is going to look much like ours. You're going to see your chart, you're going to see your list of stocks, you're going to see all those good things. So obviously we're in a bit of a valley. That's what we've talked about before we went into the valley. I knew we were going to go there, and I even did an episode called Into the Unknown, and I let people know, hey, we're probably going down here, and we did. And that's fine. We have to go into the valley to set ourselves up so that we can make a profit on the way up. So right now, this week, Gerrick, we went down a little bit more. We went down 2.91% this week, and that's fine. But we have went pretty deep in the valley. You see how we came down here? We thought maybe we would hold up in here, and we ended up rolling off of there, and we fell a little bit more. And that's okay. We may roll off of here, and we might fall a little bit more. And it's fine because we're managing our ride along the way, right?
Because it might go up a lot.
Right, correct. When it goes up, I think you're going to be surprised at what we do. But that being said, if you're brand new, you're joining us, we're going to go through our stocks, but I just want to let you know how you get started. How you get started is whatever starting amount, if you're managing risk the same way that we managed ours, whatever you're starting with, you're going to use 45% of your balance. That would be 9% in the first 5 stocks. So you put 9% in each of the first 5 stocks. If you had $100, $9 of $100 would be $9. You put $9 in each of the first 5 stocks, for instance. If you were starting with 1,000, 9% would be $90, so forth and so on. So whatever starting balance you have, if you're managing your risk the way we're managing ours, that we've managed ours, and you're just starting, the first 5 stocks on the list, you would take 9% of your balance and you would put that in each one. After that, the next stocks on the list, whatever balance you have left over, you would take 9% of that, buy the next stock, and then you're going to have a new balance left over. You take 9% of that balance, buy the next stock, and now you're going to have a little bit less. You're going to have a new balance. You take 9% of that balance and buy the next stock, and so forth and so on. Okay, pretty easy to do. So if you're just getting started, that's how you start. There will be some stocks on the list that are not on the board anymore on CashApp, and that's fine. You can just skip over those. So for instance, 270 bio is not on the board. So your first 5 would be Peloton, Vizio, Virgin Galactic, Ford, and Broadcom. You just skip over 270 bio. So I think 270 bio is no longer on the board, and neither is Purple, WeWork, or UPower. And when I say no longer on the board, it just means that you can't buy them on CashApp anymore. They're still available on the market. They still trade on the market. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just that CashApp is really strict on their volume requirements and different things. So they'll remove stocks from the board occasionally, but if you still own them, you're able to sell them. And again, they're still trading on the market. CashApp is just one broker. So if you find any stocks they've taken off the board and you're following along, just skip over them. We will cover them because we do have people who have traded with us since we bought those stocks. And so we're giving them info on our moves and our analysis. But if you're new, you can just skip over them. So let's get into our first stock, Gerrick. What's our first stock? Peloton. We just bought more of this last week, right? Click it. Right now, we're down on Peloton. We came down another 8.86% this week. Wow. We said that Peloton, we wanted to position ourselves and bring down our cost average. And so we did that. And Peloton went a little lower. We have talked about Peloton potentially coming down to around $4.46. We've done that analysis in the past, so I'm not going to do it again, but it is possible for this to come down to $4.46. And that's where we would buy more Peloton. We would look to buy more Peloton. But it's also possible that Peloton could go up here, and we're really looking for Peloton. When it comes back up, it should come back up to the bottom of this valley or this one over here, right around this area. So it should come up to right around $7. It's at $5.04 now, and our cost average on it is $7.26. So, it could come up to around $7, then it could come down here to maybe $6.59, bounce off of there. And ultimately, we're looking for it to go probably up to right here. See the bottom of this valley right here, Gerrick? See how nothing has came back and hit it? So ultimately, we're looking for Peloton probably to go up in this $12 to $13 range. So we're just going to sit tight in Peloton. We're going to see if it breaks through and starts going up, or if it comes down more. And if it comes down to around that $4.36 range, $4.46 range, we're going to look to buy more Peloton. Let's go to our next one. What's our next one, Gerrick? What's our next one?
Our next one is Vizio.
Vizio. Vizio this week, it's up 1.919% this week. We have $33.60 in Vizio. We've bought it, I think, 2 or 3 times. We bought it 3 times. So let me explain something. Once you enter in for the first time and the stock comes down and it goes against you, there's points, obviously, where you want to buy more
And manage your ride.
and manage your ride. And when you buy more, whatever dollar increment you started out with, you're going to buy it in that increment if you're following along with what we do. So if you put $9 into the stock, it goes down to the next buy point where you see us buy it again. Guess what? You're going to buy another $9 worth. Goes down the next buy point, another $9 worth. At the time we bought Vizio, 9% of Gerrick's available balance was $11.20. So we bought this 3 times for $11.20 each time. We bought $11.20 worth of stock each time. So right now we're currently down 9.38%. I really like Vizio, Gerrick. Let me show you what I see in Vizio. I'm going to stop sharing here because I want to bring this one up on my screen. But you can see these 3 peaks. You see this peak, you see this peak, and you see this peak. It did break lower, but I want to show you what I'm seeing on the bigger picture. So I'm on Trading View, and we're going to search for Vizio. VZIO. Okay, Vizio. And here it is. Let's pull it up. If we're looking at Vizio, you know those 3 peaks that we were looking at? We can see them right here. We can see this peak here, and see how they're all evenly distanced for the most part right in here? See how they're all evenly distanced, these peaks? Fairly evenly distanced, I should say. You also could say this is a peak, and down here is a peak, okay? You could also say that. So your 3 peaks could be right here, and actually this one's a little bit lower, so those really wouldn't even be your 3 peaks. You could say your 3 peaks was this one right here, this one right here, and this one down here. You see that? You see it?
Yeah.
You could have said originally that your 3 peaks were this one, and this one down here, or maybe this one. You could have said maybe this one. Let me go back here. You could have said your 3 peaks were originally this one, and this one down here. And those would have been evenly spaced. The problem is it would have had to hold support down here, and it didn't. See how it busted loose and it came down further? So now we're looking where the next 3 peaks are.
I see that right here.
Yeah, it didn't, wow, you can draw on there. Yes, see how it busted support? So those 3 peaks, you can't count those 3 peaks anymore. But what we can count is this peak right here, this peak right here, and this peak right here. See how these are all pretty evenly distanced? They have about the same distance between them. What that means is that if when we come down here, okay, we come down again and we hold support, which we did.
That doesn't hold support because you see this little space right here.
It does hold support. It is holding support right here. Okay. Actually, you're right. It doesn't hold support because it is broke support right here. You're right. It broke support over here. So this one's really interesting. We do see those 3 peaks, but we have broke support. You are exactly right, Gerrick. So we have to look. Can we see 3 other peaks? Let's look here. We've got a peak here. We've got a peak here.
And then back here, does this look like a peak?
Yeah, well, right here could be a peak. But it does match up with this over here. You see that? Now this would be about evenly distanced, you know, right here or even right here. And what that means is if this holds down here, which it came down and it goes up, it needs to go higher than the second peak, which is right here. It needs to go higher than that peak. When this comes up, where I see this going right now, is to the bottom of this peak, or the bottom of this valley, I should say. So we're looking for this to come up here around $9, maybe a little bit less, $8 to $9. You see that? We're looking for this right now to climb up here to right in here. Once it climbs up here, guess what it's going to do?
Go down, up.
Now we've got the three peaks again. Look, because we have this peak, we have this peak, and now we would have this peak. And they would all be evenly distanced.
Right here? So like right here?
Correct. Once it comes back up here. So we're looking for this to come back up here at around $8 to $9.
Like if this went down a little, then this side could come up and shoot right to that line.
It could come up to the bottom of this valley pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
And see what it could do? It'll probably go down a little bit from here, but as long as it holds support above here, now we have these three peaks right here. Okay, we have those three peaks. And there's a good chance that when this comes down, it could bounce off of here. It could bounce off of here, here, wherever. It could bounce off anywhere in here. And this could really shoot up even higher. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
In fact, if we look at Visio, on the upside correction where it has not came to yet, let me shrink this down and you'll see it. See where it has not came back to yet? It's all the way up here. See how nothing has came back up here?
Oh, yeah, because it's not like over here on this side, you don't like see it's like.
It's came down, but it hasn't came back up to hit the bottom of that yet.
It's just been going down.
Yeah.
Right there.
So if this comes back up and hits here, that's around $17, $18, and it's at about $6 now. That would be about a 300% gain from where it is now. But of course, excuse me. But of course, it's going to take some time for that to play out. So where are we looking to probably get out with a profit on Visio? We're probably looking to get out right here at the bottom of this spike. Okay. So right around $8 to $9. Let's go back to your screen. All right. So if we go back to your screen, Gerrick.
You'll see this peaks right there.
You do. You see those three peaks that I was pointing out?
Yep, right here on this mountain, right here on this little mountain, on this little.
Yep. Yep. Look at our cost average. What's our cost average? Average cost per share is what?
$6.56.
$6.56. So if this comes up here to the bottom of this valley right here, see, that's what we were looking at on the other screen, the bottom of this valley, right? Which is around $8 to $9. If that comes up to $8 to $9, we're going to make a pretty good profit, right? We're probably going to sell there and then look to buy back maybe around $7, somewhere in this range on this peak. Maybe even on this little peak down here, around $6 to $7. So Visio looks good. I like the position that we have in Visio. We're down right now 9% on it, but that's really nothing. You know, I really like our position that we have on it at the time. So let's look at our next one. What's our next one?
270 bio.
270 bio.
Right now, I can't probably do anything.
It's off the board. We're not gonna.
We can't do anything with it because
we just can sell it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we're down quite a bit in 270 bio, and that's fine. It's a smaller cap stock. It's came down a little bit deeper, but we do know when this goes back up, look where this needs to go to. If I put this on the year chart, see all the way up here?
Mm-hmm.
It needs to come back up to this spike, which is around $8.59. Our cost average on this right now is what? Average cost per share?
It is $7.63.
Correct. So this comes back up to $8.59 right in this area. We're going to make a good profit. And there's a really good chance we may even hold this, because I think that 270 bio could go all the way up to the bottom of this valley down here. You see this?
And it's where our point was on.
That's about $25. It hasn't came back and hit there yet. You see that? There's been nothing that's came up to hit this point over here.
So if we wait for that thing, if we wait for it to come back on the board,
So
it can like go.
We can sell it.
Go up when it's on back on the board because
it'll probably go up before then. This looks really good, even though it's been pushed way down. I mean, for this to come to $8 up here looks really good. This, for it to come to 25, that's probably going to take a little bit longer time frame. You're probably looking for this to go to 25. That's probably a year out, a year and a half out. I mean, it maybe 6 months out, but it's probably more realistically maybe 12 to 24 months out. So we're looking to manage this and probably get out right here around $8.57. We'll just have to see. We may decide to hold it if it starts really going up there quickly. It will pull back right around here, but it may not pull back much. So we might just hold it and let it go up to 25.
It might go up and down, and go shoot up and that.
We may just hold it till $25. We're down in it right now, but I'm not really concerned. The one thing that I do look at on 270 buy, I want to show you something that you can look at. If you scroll down here, do you see how the market cap is $265 million? That's how much this company's worth. If you took all of their shares of stock and multiplied them by the current price, which is $4.05 a share, it would come out to 265 million. But if you look, their revenue growth is 157%, and their gross profit is 113 million. They're doing 147 million a year. Usually, the market cap is 10 times that, at least. And right now, the market cap, it's not even 2 times that. That's why whenever this goes up, this could go up really quickly. And even though we're down significantly on it right now, I'm pretty confident that we're going to get a really good profit on 270 bio. So let's go look at the next one. What's the next one, Dad?
Our next one is Virgin Galactic.
Virgin Galactic. What do?
They do a space launch with people in the air.
Space tourism, right?
Yeah, they shoot people in the air to look at space.
To outer space. They shoot people in there to outer space. Exactly. And people pay a lot of money to go to outer space too. And Virgin Galactic just started doing space tourism flights. They've been in testing for several years before this, but now they're just now starting to do space tourism flights. Look right here. Look at this. Virgin Galactic completes 4th space flight in 4 months. This one says, Virgin Galactic says window for 5th space flight in 5 months will open. They're having people pay to go to outer space. They're doing space tourism. So their stock has came way down, way down. And a lot of times before something goes up really high, guess what it does? It comes down a long ways. And likewise, a lot of times before something comes down, it goes up really high, a long ways. But Virgin Galactic, we think that this stock, see this valley down, this spike down? That's a really big valley. We think that once this gets going to the upside, it can go all the way up here to around $15, $16. And it's at $2 right now. $2. So that's fine that this stock keeps coming down. We're happy because we just keep buying more of it. And the more we can buy, when it does go up, the more we're going to be able to make from it. So, Virgin Galactic this week, it came down another 10%. We just bought more at around $2.30 right here. See this little bump? Or no, that's not where we bought more. We bought $1 worth. We've been buying $1 worth each week. Right here at $2.30, right there, we bought more, and it came even lower. I think, Gerrick, it's time for us to buy another $9 worth. We came into this stock for $9 initially. We're buying it in $9 increments, but we're also buying $1 a week. This is the one. Gerrick gets $10 added to his account each week, and he's been taking 10% of that, and he's been buying $1 of Virgin Galactic every week. And then when it comes down and hits his buy points, he's buying it in $9 increments. So Gerrick doesn't have enough available balance because I have to pay him. I didn't get him paid last week. So I'm going to get him paid this week and also last week, and he'll have plenty in there. He's going to go ahead and he's going to buy another $9 worth of Virgin Galactic. Plus, he's going to buy his $1 worth that he buys each week. So after we get off of this video, we're going to go buy more Virgin Galactic. If you're following along with us, you can, and you own Virgin Galactic, you can go buy more too. If you're just buying it for the first time, hey, you're good. You're getting it at a really good price. So I like Virgin Galactic. The further it comes down into the valley, the happier I am because the more we get to buy, right?
We have 4 on $9 in there and 5 $1.
Look at what our cost average is, Gerrick. What's our average cost per share?
It is $3.14.
$3.14. So our average cost per share is right about right here. Right there. See that? That's about our average cost per share. So I do think once this starts going up, this is going to go up significantly. This is one of our long-term hold stocks, and we're just buying more. Every week we buy more. If it comes down and hits certain buy points and comes even lower, hey, we'll buy more there as well. So let's go to our next one, Gerrick.
Our next one is Ford Motor.
Ford Motor Company, right? And Ford Motor Company, we're currently up on it. We're up 2%. But something is happening very major with Ford right now. You know what it is? All their workers who make cars, not just Ford, but also Chevy and Chrysler, all the workers who make cars are on strike. They're striking. So they're not working right now. Now, normally you would say, oh my gosh, that's not good. I think the stock is going to go down. And it probably will in the future. But I think we're going to be surprised because if there is no more supply being made, guess what's going to happen to the prices? The prices are going to go up. If the supply goes down, prices go up, and so does their profitability. So I think we could see Ford actually squeeze up and go up because of this strike. So we'll have to see what it does. I think we're going to see it go up real quick, and then we're going to see it come back down. But if we're looking at Ford, Gerrick, do you know where we're looking to get out here at? Do you know where we're looking to get out? I'll show you.
What?
What do you think? We're looking at right now to get out. Let me show you. I'll go to the year chart. Okay.
Hold on. I might know.
We're up on it. You can't really see anything there. I'll show you where we're looking to get out. We think long term, this can come all the way up to probably $18, $18 to $20. But where we're looking at getting out of it right now, I'm going to show you. Let me show you. It's on the year chart.
On the year chart.
So if I go to the year chart, look at this little valley right here. You see this? See right there? Right around $14. That looks to be a good exit point. $14. And right now our average cost per share is how much? What's our average cost per share?
$12.36.
$12.35. Okay. So if this comes up here to around $14, if it squeezes up there and shoots up there, guess what? We're going to make a really good profit. So I like where we're sitting in Ford. I'm not going to panic. We are up on it, but I'm not going to panic from the auto strike because believe it or not, I think that the auto worker strike could actually help us out in this one. We'll see. If it doesn't and it comes down more, hey, we'll just buy more. We'll just buy more at the next point down. So let's go to our next one, Gerrick. What's our next one?
Our next one is Broadcom.
Broadcom right here. Broadcom we're looking good in. We've bought this a couple of times and we're down 2.95% on it. That's fine. We're looking good on Broadcom. Right now, this could bust out of the gate and it could go even higher. Or we could see it come down to the top of this spike. You see this spike right here, Gerrick?
Yes.
Right here around $674. Okay. We could see it come down there. And if it does come down there, we'll just look to buy more down there. But in the meantime, there's a chance that this could bust up. It could bust out of there and go up even higher. So we're just going to keep an eye on it, see what it does. We're looking good in Broadcom. What's our next one, Gerrick?
Our next one is Zoom Video Communications.
Zoom Video Communications, right?
Yep.
You got to say it right. You got to say Zoom.
Zoom.
Right now in Zoom, we're up about almost 10%, 9.44%. We bought Zoom 2 times. I like Zoom. I really think we're looking to get out of Zoom probably right here around, I think it needs to come up here to around $97. So we're looking to get out a little bit lower, right around $92. In fact, this is one that we have a buy and sell order set up on, Gerrick. You want to show them that? So we have a buy order to buy more Zoom if the price hits what?
If it hits $61.70.
And we have a sell order if it hits how much?
If it hits $29.
$92. So we do have orders set on the books for Zoom. If for some reason it crashes down here to the all the way to the bottom, this little peak right here, right around 61.70, we're going to buy more there. Originally we bought $9 worth. So we're buying this in $9 increments. And if it comes down here to 61.70, we're going to buy another $9 worth. We have that buy order that's already set. But we also have a sell order if it goes to $92. So if it comes up here, I said that it needs to go to around 97. If it comes up a little bit lower than that and goes to $92, we're going to sell it all. And there's a good chance that if we see it go up there and it's not quite to $92, we might just cancel our sell order and sell it early. Okay, so it's a good idea to follow our Facebook group, Trading with G, throughout the week. And there is a link in the description of this video. So that's Zoom. What's the next one?
Our next one is Purple Innovation.
Purple Innovation. This is another one that they don't have on the board anymore. That's fine. This is one of our long-term holds. We've got, right now we're down 16% in purple, and that's fine. You know, where I look for purple to come up to is I think we could come back up here to probably around $17. It's at $2 now, but we may look to get out of this. Look where it needs to come back to, Gerrick, on the year chart. We may get out of this at the bottom of this spike right here. You see that? Right around $5. Okay. Our cost average on this is $268. So if we get out around $5, we'll make 100%. We'll double our money on this stock. But, you know, we're just holding tight in purple. We like how it looks. What does purple do? Why don't you tell them what purple does?
Purple does like purple does like these bed things.
They do beds, right? They do mattresses.
Yeah, they do mattresses. It has purple stuff in there that's super good and all.
Supposed to be super comfortable.
Yeah.
They have this proprietary purple formula. They make mattresses. They have some really good reviews. Like people who use the purple mattress, they say the best things about them. I think that they're going to get a lot of traction going forward. We've also monitored as their competition, Sleep Number, their stock has came way down. And I think that purple is getting ready to go up. And you say, well, purple's came down too. You got to remember, purple has only been out since 2015. So, they're going to have their period of time where they do their development, where they spend a lot of money to build their business and do their marketing. So oftentimes when a stock comes out, it'll come down and then it'll have a really big surge before it comes all the way back down, and it sits there for a minute. And then when it goes on its next run, it's a monster run. So, I mean, purple could even go up and it could set some new all-time highs. I mean, that's not out of the question. This could go from $2 up here to over $38, $40 in the future. But we're looking good in purple. We're probably going to exit somewhere around $5. Just depends. If it comes up and it blows past this $5 and it shoots past there, we'll say, you know what? Let's just stay in it longer, and we'll see how far it goes. We'll see how far we can ride it up. What's our next stock on the list, Gerrick?
Our next stock is Roblox.
Roblox.
Roblox is a fun game for kids.
Gerrick likes to play Roblox, so we have to own Roblox stock, of course. We're down 1.39% on Roblox. We're looking good. We bought this a couple of times. We bought it twice, but we're really looking for a Roblox to come back to. See the bottom of this valley right here? We're looking for this to come back up to here to around $34. Do you see that, Gerrick? Look at the screen. You see how nothing's come back up and hit this yet? Nothing's came back up and hit this valley. So around $34 is where we're looking for this to come to. Our average cost per share is $28.30. So if it goes up here to $34, we're going to make a pretty decent gain on it. So we're just in Roblox. We're holding tight. I like our position in there. Let's go to the next one. What's the next one? This one made a big move this week. This one made a huge move this week. WeWork. So while you're at school, you don't always get to follow them, but check out what this stock did this week. Watch us. Hit the 1 week chart. It went up 63% this week. In fact, on one day it was up. It's been up 131%. In one day, this was up like 90%. This went up 90% in a day. And then when it went up a little bit further, it went all the way up to 131% on the week before coming back down. And now it looks like it's getting ready to go up again. It's been up 63% on the week. Now, this is one they took off the board. If they hadn't taken it off the board where we could have bought it again, I probably would have sold it this week and looked to buy back in. But since I couldn't do that, I went ahead and held it. We could have made a 30% profit on this week. You know that, Gerrick? But I held it. I let it come back down. Currently, we're down 2% on WeWork because I believe we're going to see WeWork shoot back up significantly. Remember, this is a stock that we caught the bottom of before they did a split. They just did what's called a reverse split. And we caught the bottom before they did the split. And if we look here, do you see this, Gerrick?
Yeah.
It could come all the way back up to the bottom of this. See how nothing has hit it? That's $42 and it's at $4 now. That's a 10-time gain. Now, I'm not looking to get a 10-time gain out of it, but I do believe we can get significantly more than 30%. I think we could see this go up probably all the way up here. See this little spike down right here in this territory?
Yeah.
I think we could see this go up to around $16. It's at $4 now. If it goes up to $16, we're going to make 4 times. You would make 4 times your money on it. Our cost average on this is $4.40. So I think there's a good chance that WeWork could shoot up much further than the spike that it just made. So I went ahead and I held it. I let it come back down. Again, there's a purpose for being in the valley. Our purpose for being in the valley right now is to be able to see a gain. We want to get a gain, a really nice gain on WeWork. So if we look at WeWork, look how it's starting to come back up. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
You see how it started to shoot back up? There's a good chance this coming week that WeWork takes a pretty good ride to the upside. So we're going to leave WeWork alone. If you're brand new and you're joining us, this is one that you're not going to be able to buy. But if you've been following along with us since before now, you may very well own WeWork with us. So let's take a look at our next one, our last one.
Our last one is U-Power.
U-Power, and we've done some incredible things with U-Power in the past. We've actually made a really good profit on U-Power. In the past, you can see we've made almost 60% on previous trades that we've made in U-Power right there. See where it says 57.37%? So we just got in U-Power again recently. We're down 16%, and that's fine. We said that at the time that we got in, hey, there's a chance that this can come down lower, but we just wanted to get our position in there in case it did go up. And so we do have a buy order set for U-Power. Where's our buy order at?
We have a buy order if it hits $3.92.
$3.92. So when we entered this stock, we had a lot of money tied up in the market. And so we entered with 9% of our available balance. At the time we entered, 9% of our available balance, which was money that's not in the market, happened to be $5. So we bought $5 worth. We're buying it in $5 increments. If this comes down here, you see this year chart? See this little bump all the way over here? If it comes back to this little bump right there, $3.92, we're going to buy more. Believe it or not, it came back down to $3.92, spiked down there just for a second, but it didn't fill our order. It did that here sometime, I think, this past week, but it didn't quite fill our order there. And that's fine. There was probably other orders before ours that it filled, but if it does come down to $3.92, it's going to buy more. We have a buy order set. And if it goes up, we're going to see where it could go to. This is one that could make a big move up when it goes up. We're just going to see where the ride takes us when it does start firing up out of the gate. But I like where we're sitting on U-Power. You like U-Power, don't you? Mm-hmm. See how it's starting to come back up? We may see it climb this week. I think when it starts climbing out of this valley, I think it's going to go up pretty high. Mm-hmm. So, Gerrick, I think that's pretty much going through all of our stocks. And I'm going to stop screen sharing here. So, Gerrick, I think that's a wrap this week. What do you think?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Man, it was kind of a wild week, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. WeWork, it looks like it's a barn burner. You were in school when it went up, and I was looking at it, I was like, holy smokes, this is shooting up the chart. And I was so tempted to get out for you, but I said, no, I know it's going to go higher. It's probably going to come down, but I'm just going to let it go a little bit higher. So we'll see how it plays out this week. Well, Gerrick, we learned this week the mission in the valley. So what is the mission in the valley? It's to find your what?
It's to find your purpose in the valley.
It's to find your purpose for being in the valley, right? And that valley, it could be your purpose for your life, or it could be a valley. It could be a bad time that you're going through. You're in a valley. It's to find your purpose for being there. Did you put yourself there, or are you there from things that are outside your control? So once you find your purpose for being in the valley, guess what? You're able to make it out of the valley. But you always have to find your purpose. Because if you're in the valley and you don't find your purpose, you're going to get angry and you're going to let your own actions push you further down into the valley. That's not what you want. You don't want to be in the valley because your own actions have pushed you there. You want to find the purpose for being in the valley so that when you make it out of the valley, you can be even more prosperous, right? Mm-hmm. Well, Gerrick, we need to remind them to do what?
Smash that like button.
And subscribe to our channel. This is Dwayne.
And Gerrick.
Reminding you, manage the ride.
And you will master the tide.
Until next week, we'll catch you then. Bye now, everyone.